Hello, sunshines. My name is Shireen Marie. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to create a safe space where we could have a candid discussions and talk about aspiring to our higher selves. I think this is what the channel is about. It's a no judgment free zone, and it's a safe space where we can have conversations about normal day to day lives and some of the things that I have done in my life that has put me on a path to higher spirituality. And it's not about religion, it's just about moving from your conscious to your subconscious. I want to welcome all my subscribers and all my new subscribers. Please like, share this content if it resonates with you, and I hope that I could touch someone today. So let's jump into the video. Today I want to talk about fear. Fear and how it has crippled many of us and really stopped us in our path of becoming the best version of yourselves. You know, there was a time when I was afraid to hear my own voice, believe it or not. I was afraid to hear my own voice. The faint crackle, the heavy pit in my stomach, paralyzed with fear as I entered a space and my body entered the room and my voice left. In my mind, it was a gaping, just a gap. It's like my mind froze. I had the words in my mouth, but they wouldn't come out. And it really just goes to show you that fear is a crippling debilitation that can really get in the way of you moving forward with your life. And what I'm here to tell you is that fear isn't real. It really is something that we conjure up in our heads. And once you lean into fear, you will realize that there's nothing to fear. Fear also creates self-doubt. Definitely does. And it is one of I think it's one of the stealers of joy. When I think about my life, I have done a lot of things that when I was doing it, I just knew I had to do it regardless of what the situation is. I remember working for a very successful jewelry company. And I came home from work one day and I said, I quit. I quit. And I remember my stepmother at the time, Cynthia, she said to me, she said, Shireen, what happened? I said, I quit. And she couldn't believe it. She couldn't fathom the thought of it, that I would actually quit such a high prestigious role that I had. But thinking back now, I feel that when you're moving into light and you're moving with your intuition, things happen, and sometimes it doesn't make sense to the person that you're explaining it to, but it makes total sense to you. And quite honestly, in my mind, I had no idea what I was going to do. No idea. But all I knew is that I had to quit this job because it wasn't what I needed. And looking back, I have no regrets. I think from that role, I have just elevated myself from better to better to better to better. And it's just one of the things that I think I want to encourage everybody listening to me, that just lean into the fear. Go with your intuition. Have you ever experienced such self-doubt that you can't move forward? A lot of people get stuck in their minds with fear of lack, fear of failure, fear of sickness, fear of you name it. You name it. We can come up with these things of everything that we're fearful of. And I'm here to tell you that just lean into it. Lean into your fear and push forward, and you will realize and you will come to see that it's really a figment of your imagination. One of the other things that I think is really important as we are on this journey to a higher self is that there are two things. There's a conscious self, and then there's a subconscious self. Your conscious self is where everything lies. Fear, death, anger, these things, anything that is externally stimulating to you lives there. And I think once you have developed the courage to actually look deeper and look deeper within yourself around the subconscious is what I'm thinking, and go there and start pulling your inspiration from your subconscious. I think you will find that the fear that you thought you had will eventually go away. I want to leave you with this as I part today. Fear is nothing more than a figment of your imagination. It is the lack of courage that we may have, or we may think about the external stimuli, and we just need to really move through that. When there's fear, or when I experience fear, these are some of the things that I do. I say to myself, pause on the negative, power on the positive. Pause on the negative, power on the positive. So when you have these fear that, comes through your mind, stop and think, reprogram the mind, and you totally have the power to do that. Pause on the negative, power on the positive. Pause on the negative, power on the positive. And you keep saying that until your subconscious trumps your conscious mind. And I think this is definitely where you need to be. So again, let's move forward in faith and not fear. I think moving in fear stops you in your trajectory of the path that you really need to go on, and fear takes away your freedom. We have to be bold enough and courageous enough to move past fear into the place where we need to be. Thanks again for listening to my video. I really hope that this touches someone or resonated with someone. My goal is that every single day I want to be able to inspire. If it's just one person, I would have been successful. Again, I'm Shireen Marie. Please like and share my channel as we continue to grow on this journey. And in my Jamaican goodbye greeting, I want to say, walk good and let's stand in love. Bye-bye.